question, and we'll start with Ms. Gardner. This person says, I know a young couple with 2 children. They're both working, he during the week and she on weekends. They had a very hard time finding an affordable housing here in the area. Do county developers pay a fee to avoid designating a portion of the development for affordable housing? And if so, what should the county do with the money received?
Well, when I was the commissioner, we adopted the moderately priced dwelling unit ordinance, which required a mix of moderately priced housing to be built in all new developments. And we had one development where those housing units were built. And that made housing available to average families and also to our teachers and our firefighters and our police. And that program was ended, and the developers were allowed to pay a fee instead of building the housing. So therefore the housing hasn't been built. So I think we need to go back to having a better combination with our moderately priced dwelling units ordinance where we do build the housing, and in some instances we allow a fee to be paid when there is a situation where it doesn't make sense to have them build it. And there are situations like that for a small development, for instance, where the economics doesn't work to make that happen. So I do think we need to make sure that we have a community where everyone who wants to live here and work here can find housing to do that. And there's a great opportunity here in Brunswick with lots of affordable housing. It's a great place to live right here.
Thank you, Ms. Gardner. Mr. Young, your response.
My idea and vision is not about the government. It's not the government's job. We've worked with Habitat. Habitat has done an excellent job of providing affordable housing. That money that we're collecting for moderately priced dwelling units, that's the same money that enabled us to help open a year-round shelter that is working with Habitat to produce maybe as much as 30, 40 real moderately priced dwelling units, not the government. The government shouldn't be out there setting housing prices. That's how we got into this big problem that we're in across this country with foreclosures. The government stuck their nose into the housing market. Also, you know, we can't spend money on programs. We talked about Citizens in Montague. We've lost $50 million since the year 2000. We also built a $38 million facility and never had any independent financial analysis done. My opponent says she has one, but no one's ever seen it. We all want to see it. Where was this independent financial analysis? We're not paying $7 million. We have a $10 million contract over 4 years with Aurora, and we upfronted 2 years of it. The private sector can run it better than anyone else. It's not the government's responsibility or core responsibility to be in the nursing home business. We're one of the only counties in the state of Maryland, except for Wycomico, which has a completely different model. And by the way, they're using the same service, the same company that we use to look at selling their nursing home. So I can guarantee you we can move forward with producing affordable housing, working with a nonprofit like Habitat, not coming up with another failed government program.